Greetings, Ben Murray here with another edition of SaaS Metrics School. Today we're talking R&D efficiency. Now we're talking about this today because a reader pointed out this metric, R&D Payback. And there might not be a common name for this, R&D efficiency, R&D payback ratio. But what it essentially does is looks at revenue growth year over year. So we're looking at revenue change year over year and comparing to that prior year's R&D investment per the SaaS P&L. So for example, if we had we take 2022 revenue minus 2021 revenue, divide by the R&D expense from 2021, and that gives us revenue growth per dollar investment in R&D. And it's a really interesting ratio because it is easily benchmarkable. And he referenced an article by OPEX Engine where they talked about this. So Lauren Kelly interviewed Tom Hunts, a SaaS CFO, and talked about R&D investment, R&D efficiency. And in that post, they threw out a couple benchmarks. So they said most private SaaS companies in the $20 to $50 million range are in the 2 to 4 range, and that's a decent range. Now, they said Salesforce is one of the best in class, and they're approaching 10. I haven't validated that yet, but I use HubSpot a lot in my SaaS Metrics courses. So I did some quick math on HubSpot. Their 2022 R&D payback ratio was $1.42, and then in 2021, it was $2.03. So I think this is an interesting metric because it's easily benchmarkable against other companies or especially best-in-class SaaS companies. And then we can look at our own data set and see what that's telling us. So one thing with these metrics, the R&D payback ratio, I think one drawback is we have to be careful because with this ratio, we're almost saying that there's a direct correlation between R&D investment and growth. And of course, we know that's the case. But of course, we've got that whole large go-to-market engine and sales and marketing and all that investment there. So I think looking at this, like all SaaS metrics in context, not just relying on one SaaS metric to guide us, but I think it would be interesting looking at R&D payback. How's the efficiency in your sales and marketing engine? For example, the cost of ARR, and looking at all these data points together to see what they're saying. So I think it's an interesting metric. I think definitely it's worthwhile calculating for your SaaS company. See if you land in that $2 to $4 range. But of course, look at your entire metric set to see what that data together is telling you. So again, there's a URL in the show notes to that original OPEX Engine article. I've been doing some research on this. Looks like there's some other mentions out there in the internet universe, but I just want to point this out because it's easy to calculate. And it is a pretty consistent number because some metrics we calculate, and they're just too volatile. We really can't take much from them. So worthwhile calculating for your SaaS company. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode.